Alright, what's up, y'all? It's gonna be the first trade recap on this channel, but the date is Friday, 24th, April 26th. My bad. Friday, April 24th, 2026. So we took this trade at what time was it? Okay, so we took this trade at 7:04. So coming into the day, it was very choppy, as you can see. So PA was already not the best. We took 2 trades over here. It was 4 macros. We lost both of them, but it was whatever. We made it all back. But anyways, to focus on the trade that we took today and why I won. So my first conviction was that we swept this low, we swept this low, swept all these lows right here, even this one. So it's all those lows right there, and then we swept this one as well, which was my main conviction. So we swept all of that, and then if you go to the 15-minute, we also had or actually the 30-minute, we had huge rejections off of this 30-minute gap right here. So this was my higher time PD array. And then if we go to the 5-minute, we also have this rejection block right here. So like I said, a rejection block is a block that swept all the other lows. So as you can see, we swept all of this, and now this would be a what you would call it, a rejection block. So this is the original wick that went inside of it. This then took over that one, swept it. So this is now a protected wick as well. So that also is another conviction. And then I also marked out the range, which was from the bottom of this wick to the top of this wick right here. Okay. And as you can see, we also have a BPR right here. So let me mark that out actually. So we had I believe it was a 15-minute rejection block, and then we also had a hard time PD array, and then we also had what else was there? Oh yeah, OTE, which was my entry. And then we also had a 1-minute BPR. And then obviously we swept liquidity. And then we also had equal highs at the top. That was my TP. And the equal highs actually lined up with a BPR up here. So you can see, literally wicked into it once, twice, and then full on body, and then it rejected back down. And then this would also be a order block up here as well. So order block on top, TP. So these two of my convictions were my TP. Equal highs, order block, and then we also had this 1-minute fair value gap on top. which I saw get referenced to multiple times. It's like one, two, three, four, five, 5 times. So 5 times reference wick into the 1 minute. Okay. So this was my conviction today. Let me see if I can find any more. Uh, get to the 1 hour. Oh shit. Okay. And then prior to market open, we had swept these low right here, as well as these low. So after seeing that prior to market, I would like to see price push further up. However, while doing that, we also made this imbalance that never got filled. So as we speak right now, um, it loads. My bad. So as we speak right now, price is actually going down. But I took this trade because of all those convictions, like I said. So I actually went against market trend. Um, and then me mark out this trade that I took. So I entered. I set an order limit, like I believe at the 0.705 right here, like just above it. There was this gap right here. There's BPR. So the BPR lined up with the OTE range, and then if you play it, you move this 1 hour gap right there, and then I set my order limit at the BPR that lined very closely with the 0.705. So I just try my best to get up there, 1 mini, and then you play it. Okay, I'm in there, and then TP was at the BPR on top with the order block. And then stop loss was right around there, like at the CE of the rejection block. But yeah, that was the trade we took today. Very beautiful. It was a 1 to 5 hour trade today. But yeah, that is the trade recap. If you guys have any other questions, just let me know. But yeah, this is officially the first trade recap video that will be posted, and there will be more trade recaps coming soon.